Hi again, y'all. I wanted to go over some books that I've been looking at recently, and they don't really go over anything in particular, but just more my interests. And maybe, wrong one, share a couple with you that I think you would be interested in checking out. So, first and foremost, I want to mention my friend and relative's new book, Magia Magia. And let me read the back for you real quick. It says, like Mexico, the witchcraft spell casting of the borderland people is diverse, colorful, and deeply rooted in its history, with origins from the early Mexican natives and influence from the European colonizers. The magic of Mexico is truly unique. As traditions continue to blend and transform into new identities, the power of hechicería, or spellcasting, continues to grow today with influences rooted in Asia, Romani culture, the Caribbean, and more. The purpose of this book is not to explain the history of the magic from Mexico, but present you with the spells and formula to begin your practice. The powerful but magical Magia Magia is filled with alma y corazón, heart and soul, and lays a strong foundation for this introductory book. Many of the hechizos, or spells, presented here are time-tested methods and were developed to help you manifest protection, love, luck, and aid in spiritual cleansing. To advance your spell work and magic, several unique divination methods are included to help you communicate with the ancestors and guide you along your path. We also want you to be transparent. Transparent in stating that most of the magia contained within these pages may have origins from Mexico, but is mostly derived from the Texas-Mexican border where we grew up, and many differ greatly from the magic of interior and central Mexico. As the curandera, or the folk healer, Maria Sabina of Oaxaca once said, "There is a world beyond ours, a world that is far away, nearby, and invisible. From El Paso to Brownsville, and along the Rio Grande, this folk magic thrives hidden under the guise of Catholic saints and ancestral shrines. We are proud to present and preserve the ancestral knowledge that flourishes as our families and culture continue to do so. Now you can learn the ways as they were taught by our elders." And you can get this book on Amazon and Conjure South Publications. Right there. There's the cover. Awesome book, guys. Awesome book. You need to check it out. I read through it like super fast. I was like Johnny Five, like, more input. So yeah, check it out. And it'll also go over the hummingbird as well, I believe. Anyway, okay. So these are some of the books that I've been going over lately. Some were given to me and some I bought at my retailers. And I'll be honest with my opinion on what I read. A lot of them are in Spanish, okay? So, this one, Sacrificios Humanos. Yes, human sacrifice. But actually, the book is more, it's in Spanish, and it's more talking about the conquest of the Spanish and how the Mayas, the rituals and ceremonies of the Maya and what they were doing prior to the conquest. So obviously, yes, they were doing human sacrifice. But you know what, guys? Everybody was doing human sacrifice. I'll have you know. So, and it's just talking about like the transition from there on. It's not telling you how to sacrifice a human. Come on. But yeah, it was really interesting about the Maya culture. And like it talked about how everything kind of synchronized and how it kind of molded the curanderas, the women folk healers, and curanderos, the folk healers, in that time and in that area. And it talks about like what they did at funerals and the Dia de los Muertos, how they it says right here, like in Chamula, it's talking about specific areas in Mexico. So, like baptisms, bautizos, what the cross symbolized, what the flowers, the candles, the music, the drinks. See, like right here it says general elements de los ritos of certain rites. And it shows natives. So it was an interesting read. It was published Colección Liberia. And published in I think 2012. 2010. It was published in, where is it? Right here. 2010. So, I mean, it's not that old. It's only like 10 years old. Interesting, though, about the Maya culture from this author's perspective, of course. Now, another one that I got recently from my retailer is kind of a condition, which is probably why I bought it. El Guerrero de la Estrella, Navalismo. Let's see if I can translate it. The warrior of the Nawal star. So it says, it's basically about, it says, author nos relata una iniciación en un sistema filosófico perdido. It's just basically talking about, like, this warrior guy, and his initiation in a system, a philosophical system, and practical in other cultures on the planet. Kind of like what's his name? A Dr. Jones. So yeah, I haven't really touched it much, but when I read the term Navalismo, it got my attention. A Nawal is a language, but also a prevalent character in Aztec mythology. Yeah, I'm gonna need, like, each section has an Aztec symbol. I'm gonna need to read more through that one. I haven't really touched it much. So I also got, I got Magia Blanca and Magia Negra, white magic and black magic. Recetas que funcionan. I see recetas as receipts, but, you know, what works with black magic and white magic. And it's not like, there's no like evil, you know, stuff like that. It's mainly like love magic and stuff like that. But it says, en esta obra usted encontrará, you want to hear me read Spanish? Encontrará, entre otras maravillas. It says basically, in this book, this is what it includes. Hierbas para la atracción sexual. I think that's word is universal, huh? Herbs for sexual attraction. There's oración a la herradura para tener suerte en el amor. Orations of the freaking herradura to have luck in love. Herradura. I can't even say it. Is that the freaking horseshoe? I get that confused. Anyway, whatever. And recetas contra la mala suerte. To counter bad luck, for protection against black magic, how to counter envy, or las envidias, like the envies. Como hacer para que le declaren su amor, so that they can declare their love. De que modo alejar las malas virtudes. To get rid of bad vibrations. Ganar en los juegos de azar. To win in the games of chance, I think. Formas de recuperar el dinero. How to get back money that you loaned out. Para la prosperidad. The prosperity of your business. This and others in this book and orations or prayers han sido tomadas de la rica tradición de los famosos brujos mexicanos. Úselas en su favor. Well, these are from the famous witches of Mexico use them in your favor. So, let me read one to you. Let me see. Everybody wants to know about sexual attraction, right? So, let's read some in Spanish, and you guys can translate it. Aha! Here's some homework. Para excitar sexualmente a un hombre o a una mujer. Ingredientes: pétalos de claveles rojos. Té de manzanilla frío es necesario. Vellos de pubis. Yeah, you heard that right. Un pedazo de papel de China rojo. 3 velas de is it quebo or cebo? Quebo rojas. Everybody watching this that knows Spanish is like, you idiot. Hey, but I can read it and I understand it. I just can't pronounce it. Elaboración. Corte 3 cuadritos de papel de China y envuelva en cada uno algunos vellos juntos con algunos pétalos de clavel. En su altar coloque las velas en triángulo. Hold on here, brain fart. Enciéndalas, rece la oración a la albahaca. They didn't mention albahaca. They didn't mention basil. Y queme un envoltorio en cada una de las velas, mientras menciona el nombre de la persona amada. Este trabajo debe hacerse 3 viernes seguidos, en los cuales deberá beber en ayunas el té de manzanilla. You translate it. You do some homework. Put captions on. That's such a bitch. Basically, it says rose petals, I think. Manzanilla is chamomile tea. Velos de pubis. What does that sound like? Pubic hair. Un pedazo de papel. It says a piece of paper of China that's red. I never heard of that. Have you? 3 candles. 3 red candles. What's cebo? I have to look that up. Anyway, so yeah, it's fun. But you know, it's kind of like a run-of-the-mill spell book kind of thing. Mexican run-of-the-mill. Let me see. Here's another one. I had to. Magia amorosa. Los rituales del amor. So, of course, when I look at the timer, it says 13:13. Un ritual místico y sexual. Elementos rituales y poderes mágicos. Recetas personales. Incienso y aceites amorosos. Baños, sales, jabones y poquimas magias. So, it's ritual, mystical, and sexual ritual elements and magical powers. Personal, I keep translating recetas as receipts, but incense and oils that are for love, baths, soaps, and magical potions. But once again, it's your typical run-of-the-mill spell book, like get roses and lavender and, you know, that sort of. Like, here's some of the herbs. Albahaca, which is basil. Alcanfor, camphor. Let me see which other one you might recognize. Cinnamon, cypress, clove, coriander, eucalyptus, rose, jasmine, lime, lemon, myrrh, orange, patchouli. Let me see if you recognize. Pine, rosemary, sandalwood, magnolia, how do you say it? Verbena? Verbane? Whatever. Vetiver? Lang lang? Or how do you pronounce it? Ylang ylang? I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, so that's some of the herbs in here. Fun. So then a friend gave me this one. That's a whole other subject matter in particular. It's going over Saint Cyprian and Justina. And it's just a whole collection of rituals. Like here, it says on the back. It says, El arte de echar las cartas con la baraja española. So the art of putting the cards of the Spanish playing cards. It says, El gran grimorio, the grand grimoire. El libro negro, the black book. El tesoro de los secretos maravillosos, the treasure of the how do you directly translate maravilloso? Marvelous secrets. All right, I have trouble. Anyway, gran libro de la magia del incenso, hierbas y aceites. The grand book of magic with incense, herbs, and oils. La corona mística, the mystical crown. La Santa Cruz de Caravaca, the holy cross of Caravaca. Las artes adivinatorias, the divination arts. Black magic, white magic, red magic, green magic. San Cipriano y Santa Justina, so Saint Cyprian and Saint Justina. San Cono, I don't know who that is. So yeah, this is a whole other subject matter in particular, but yeah, it's cool art in the front. Looks very much like a tarot card, for those of you that know tarot, doesn't it? Okay. Anyway, I also got this one, but I haven't touched it yet. It's about the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I kind of watched a YouTube video on it, and I was like, oh. I mean, I get it. It's not that it's not interesting. I was like, okay, I get it. And then this one was another gift. Santa Muerte Magia Verde. And of course, it's all in Spanish. But here's a list of plants and flowers, powerful prayers for the Santa Muerte. So here's some of what it has listed on the back. As far as table of contents. ¿Cómo usar este libro? How to use this book. ¿De dónde salieron estas fórmulas poderosas? Where did we get these powerful formulas? Magia verde, green magic. Plantas en orden alfabético. Plants in order of alphabet. Abedul, acacia, achicoria, agnocasto, which is chasteberry, agrimony, ajenjo, I don't know what that is, ajo, that's garlic, albahaca is basil, aljuquema is lavender, I didn't know that, almendro, amapola, anemona, and I know any of you that's listening to this and doesn't know Spanish are like, okay, I'm just going to skip this part of the video. But let me say some you might recognize. Angelica root, arnica, artemisia, sorry. Cinnamon, cilantro, yeah, like cilantro, cypress, clove, comino, cumin. I love that stuff. Let me see here. Hierba de la chinche. That sounds nasty. It says here black cohosh. Chinche. Let me see. Jasmine, laurel, limonero. Orange, olive, palm, pine, rosemary, Rose of Jericho. I might read that one to you. Rose, rue. Everybody knows the rue. Salvia, sandalwood, sesame, tobacco, verbena again. Mountain balm, yerba santa. Yerba buena is mint. Let me read the Rose of Jericho one to you. Page 52. Rosa, right there. Rose of Jericho. If you don't know anything about the Rose of Jericho, it's called the resurrection plant because even though it looks dead and it's curled up and all brown, you put it in a bowl of water and it's just like in like an hour and it turns all green and stuff, unless it's actually dead, which can happen because some people that sell them don't know that they're dead because they ripped them up by the root and they destroyed the root system and they're like legit dead. Like nothing is immortal, obviously. La Rosa de Jericho, Jericho, the little emphasis I have a hard time with. Jericho es la planta de la resurrección o renacimiento. So the Rose of Jericho is the plant of resurrection. Sirve en rituales de prosperidad. It serves in rituals of prosperity. Buena suerte, good luck, y engrandecimiento. I don't know what that means. Por ejemplo, de una familia o un negocio o una clienta. So, for example, for a family or a business or a client. Esta planta se compra seca y se pone en un tazón. So you buy this plant dry and you put it in a bowl de vidrio o cristal donde se le echa agua. Oh, so like put it in a crystal bowl where you can put water. Cada semana en el mismo día I can't, sorry, stigmatism. El mismo día que la compraste. Okay, so every week in the same day that you bought it, le cambias el agua por agua fresca. You change the water for fresh water. Because you'll know that when you put it in that bowl, you see like nasty, moldy, junky stuff, you're going to want to clean it. And it smells ugly, and yes, you're going to get your hands dirty, but, you know, it's still all par for the course. El agua que le quitas al tazón se usa en rituales, despojos, baños y limpias. The water that you take out, you can use it for rituals and baths and cleansings. Se combina con otras aguas espirituales. You change it, it's traded in for other spiritual waters, basically. Según en propósito. Okay, también se usa para bendecir talismanes y para regar el camino de entrada de la casa cuando quieres que alguien que se alejó por malos. Okay. You can use it for your talismans or your medals or your necklaces. And you use it on the pathway of your front door. So that basically like nobody bad comes in your door. En este caso se reza así. So this is what you recite as far as the Santa Muerte when you're doing this ritual. Niña Blanca, bendice este espacio para que the purpose of what you want to do. Para que whatever pise de nuevo este hogar lleno or llena de amor or arrepentimiento or deseo de unión. Declarar victoria entre nosotros. Danos unión en este regreso. Gracias porque ya me has concedido este que te pido. Amen. So you're basically saying, Niña Blanca, bless this space for this purpose. Pise de nuevo este. Like for love or wealth or protection. Declare victory in us. Give us union in this doing. I don't know how to translate regreso. Thank you for all you do for me and for what you have done. Amen. And that's pretty much it. If you guys want a picture of this, let me know in the comments. And I don't know how I'm going to send it to you. Maybe I'll just post a link in the description to a picture of this. But yeah, it goes over all different kinds of herbs. So basically, yeah, like green magic is working with herbs. So it's, you know, green magic with Santa Muerte. Okay. Cool book that's local to where I live. It's called Stories That Must Not Die. It's like a bunch of scary stories. It's really cool. And they're local here to the Texas and Mexico border. Really creepy. I'm going to pick a random page and just read it to you. The Cuddling Ghost. And what's cool about this book is it has it in English and Spanish. Like one right next to each other. Okay? So, let me read it to you real quick. And it's a woman sitting right there on her rocking chair with a doll. It looks like a Raggedy Ann doll. Did you guys know that Annabelle was originally a Raggedy Ann doll? Did you know that? Okay, did I spoil it for you? But it's true. Anyway, this time I'll step aside and let Mrs. Maria Mendoza tell the story in her own terms. I'm 75 years old now, and what I'm going to tell you happened 70 years ago. Many years have gone by, I know, but there are things in life one cannot forget. We lived in Santa Elena then, in a little rented house. Dad wanted to buy a house, but he had very little money. One day he told us about the property for sale a few miles down the road. It had been for sale for months at a ridiculously low price. There had been no takers because everyone in the neighborhood knew the house was haunted. It was not that kind of ghost that threw plates around or slammed doors through the house. It was a baby who could never be seen but cried, laughed, whimpered at any moment of the day or at the night. I remember my father discussing the whole matter with Mama. He thought that it was a chance of a lifetime. They could get a house and a few acres of land for almost nothing. As far as he was concerned, he did not mind if there were 10 invisible crying babies, but he was concerned about my mother. She was pregnant at the time. How would she react to a baby ghost? Mama answered that if there were not more to it than an invisible baby, she would learn how to live with it. She suggested they might do something about the mini ghost. They could call the priest and have the house blessed. They might try to find out who the little baby was and help it find its peace. Dad replied that the house had been blessed several times and nothing had changed. He also added, it would be impossible to establish the identity of the little ghost. One of the former owners had been a lady called Delfina de la Rosa. She was a midwife. One evening, a young woman and her lover came to the house. A baby was born a few hours later. The man buried the living baby in the backyard. People said the soul. Oh, it's supposed to be soul. People said the soul of the baby had been living in the house ever since. My parents agreed to take a chance. They bought the property and moved in. Along with the rest of the furniture came the crib, which had been mine, but was now ready for the upcoming baby. The first evening, we heard the laughter of the baby. It was not frightening at all. As the sound came from the crib, all three of us went, there's a lot of spelling here, went in that direction. I shouted with joy, Mama, what a beautiful baby. Look at him in the crib. My parents couldn't see the little one. I picked him up in my arms. He felt like a real live baby. It was as if someone had given me the most beautiful doll in the world. From that moment on, I saw my little baby very often. I rocked him. I sang for him. He used to fall asleep in my arms. Then came the time for my mother to have her baby. The midwife and my mom went into the bedroom while my father and I waited in the living room. I heard the laughter of the little ghost for the last time. He was giggling happily, and his voice seemed to come from very far away. A few instants after that, we heard the cries of the newborn baby. My father and I hurried to the bedroom. I had a little brother. After that, I never again saw the cuddly ghost I had loved so much. Nice. So anyway, there it is. It was from San Antonio, Texas, or written in San Antonio, Texas, from Juan Savago. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yeah, pretty cool, man. And last but not least, I want to reintroduce these to you. And yes, you have to know Spanish. Yet again. Yes, 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 yes. Santa Muerte magazines. I don't think that they publish them anymore, but they're on eBay. Don't take them all from me. I want some too. They have all kinds of cool stuff in here. Dream interpretations, rituals, a showcase of different altars. Like, it gives you meanings to like the different colors, and the different statues, what they mean, what the symbols are. Let me show you. Right here. Ritual, see? Rituales con la Santa Muerte. Rituals with the Santa Muerte. It's like, here's one. Ritual de coco y manzana para atraer al ser amado y bendecir nuestro dinero. So, ritual with coconut and apple to bring in and bless your money. See? And the other one is para proteger su negocio, to protect your business and house. There's another one, the power of laurel to accept a new, what's empleo? You guys that knows more Spanish than me, which is pretty much everybody. What's empleo? Anyways, para recuperarse de una, to recuperate from a sickness. Right there. And it's got bay leaves. I bet you anything is for congestion. Anyway, and of course it talks about the authors. This one was from, where's the date? They're mostly from 2010. Where's the date? Where's the date? This is issue number 116. Show me the date. Where's the date? They're mostly from 2010. Last I saw. Come on, man. Just show me the date. Where there's so much information here. Oh, I'm sorry. 2009. July of 2009. It says fecha de edición. Quincena de julio 2009. So yeah, July 2009. And sueños con la Santa Muerte. Dreams of the Santa Muerte. This is all dreams. So you see how prevalent the dreams are? Here's altares de Santa Muerte. And what's important about this is this 2009. So this is prior to anybody posting YouTube videos or writing books in English or anything like that. This will give you a good idea. If anything, if you don't believe anybody else on the internet, this publication will give you a good idea of how things were in Mexico prior to us English-speaking people trying to tell you what's what. Okay? You just look with your own eyes and you decide. You know? A picture's worth 1,000 words. So you look and you see. Here's more altars. And every issue has this. They have altars, they have dreams, they have rituals, and they have what the statues represent. Here's another altar. See? See how they put her in a dress? And see, this would be controversial because see how there's family photos on the altar? I wouldn't, but that's me because that's how I am. I don't want to put my family members up there. They don't got nothing to do with the business between me and her. I'm just saying. Yeah. See, so that's their own personal take. They also have, look, in the picture, they have pictures of the magazine right there. They're like, ooh, a guy's coming for a photo shoot today. We got to put pictures of the magazine. Yeah, here's more pictures. Let's see. Maybe these people that are on the altar are people that have passed away. I don't even know. So anyways, so yeah, that's that. And testimonies, giving thanks to people at the back. And then, of course, advertisements. This one says it ran for $3.99. But no, I bought them online for way more expensive. Look at some of these are the statues you haven't even seen because they're not in production anymore. You see that? What is that? It's the rice and those, oh, what are those red little beans called? I forgot what they're called. But they're very prevalent in her practice. I know that much. So here's another one. Santa Muerte de la Humildad, of humility, which is something a lot of us are forgetting about. Santa Muerte de Resguardo. I ain't even going to pretend that I know what that means. So, sue me. There you go. See the flame? Santa Muerte de la Sanación, of healing, health. See? And de la Tranquilidad, tranquility. I have another one. ¿Qué significado tiene la imagen con túnica café? What significance does the brown tunic have? That's what's on the title. Altares a la Santa Muerte, lugares para orar, hacer sus peticiones y mostrar su I have a hard time saying agradecimiento. So this is all altars in this edition. So this is a gold one with a gold dress, and it says, well, it doesn't really say much about it. But this is issue number 121. And it's all called Devoción, devotion a la Santa Muerte. It's not just Santa Muerte magazine, it's Devoción, devotion of the Santa Muerte. If you want to look it up on eBay, they sell like 10 of them for like $20 or something like that. Or 10 of them for $30. But these have been very interesting in comparative research in regards to her. Because this is not necessarily, I mean, 2009, yes, influence from the internet and stuff like that, but it was before all of this big wave that hit, this big rage that hit, where everybody, you know, was talking about her online, you know, especially, yes, us Westerners, you know. So, yeah, check those out. Check those books out. Remember, you can get Magia on Amazon. And if you've already got it, go leave a review. All right, guys. Well, that was a very long-winded video, but I just wanted to share the books with you that I've been going over. So I also want to thank everybody that's sent donations for the live stream camera. I found one online. It's $250, but it's really awesome quality. It's outdoor, and I can stream it from YouTube according to the instructions. So I'm working on something to be able to make it easy for everybody. But I want to thank everybody who's already sent money. I have your name. I have your information. Don't worry. We'll set this up very, very soon. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for wasting 40 minutes with me. And I'll talk to you guys later.